Today's guest is another member of the PCR 12 fighters. Jade and her business Gobsmack Sports Mouthguards has been the backbone of support for a number of years and is this year's naming rights sponsor. Special thanks to RLF AgTech, major sponsor of today's guest, as well as Gobsmack Sports Mouthguards, Link Support Solutions and MVP Real Estate, major sponsors of the PCR. So please welcome Jade Hot Tabasco Armanasco.
40th because we had COVID lockdown, so
Wasn't it?
I never had a 40th, so I'm still 39. Yeah,
When are you having that 40th?
not sure.
That's going to be something else.
I know.
I tell you who'd be into your 40th.
Yeah.
Your mate, Brooke.
Oh my gosh. Well, she's had hers, so we went all out for her. Yeah,
You two, when you two to get together, every time I've seen you together, you just egg each other on.
That's it. We are like twins. But you know that she's my cousin. So we're blood.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most people think we're sisters, which we just go, yeah, we are. Yeah.
The only time I see Brooke, I've met her a few times, obviously always at the PCR, either at the event or at weigh-ins or at something. And she's always a lot of fun.
She's the life of the party, that girl, and she's everything to me.
She loves it, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She does, and she's just the most beautiful, kind-hearted person you could ever meet, and she's just so much fun. We get up to lots of mischief together.
What's she going to do on the night?
So she's effectively my fight manager. So she's got lots of jobs to do. She's going to be very busy.
Yeah.
Because normally there's two of us running around directing random stuff, and now there's just one of her. So yeah, she's going to be pretty busy, I think. Okay. But she will actually be part of my walkout. So
this walkout, I think I mentioned it yesterday, the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't give any details, but I just said, everyone get ready, because from what I know, it's going to be a spectacle.
We're planning on it. It might be a little bit bigger than your usual walkout.
You said that you need possibly more than a minute. Is that
I
correct?
did. Well, I didn't know what the walkout time was, so
I'm just trying to think, because I try to time when I read out the info on you, I have to time it as well. Mm-hmm. Some people run to the ring and other people faff around. I just say to everyone, and Glenn says, don't fucking say it, and I always do. I say, take your time.
Okay.
I've got a lot of information I have to read. The three of us have got to get out.
Yeah.
So take your full minute.
Okay.
Don't run.
I won't be running. There might be a little strut.
You got CJ Rose on the commentary.
He's amazing.
And if anyone can sort something out, if he got a heads up,
I might contact him.
He's quality. Do you know where you're fighting?
I think around number 3.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You'll be able to pick.
Well, yeah, I've asked because also too, there is still the Gobsmack belt, so I may, depending on whose fight that is and what it is, I may come back and present that.
Yeah.
Or with Dad.
Should wear your belt out there.
That's a curse, Brad. You can't. Oh, I can wear my belt, but I can't fight for my belt.
How come?
It's a curse. It's a boxing curse.
Who told you that?
Oh, just so many people. So apparently it's...
I know. My mate brought it up.
Yeah.
And he put it, and I didn't realise he put it in the review when we did the review.
It's it's a fight world curse. You don't fight for your own belt.
Oh, so it's not just PCR.
No. Yeah.
Because the last time there were 3. There was Trent, and there were the 2 TRSWA.
Yeah.
How's that with Trent?
Wow, he just did so well. I actually watched his fight again the other night because I sat ringside for that one as well. And to me, when I was there on the night, I thought it just went so fast. But when you watch it back, he actually did have a good go. But, it was actually epic.
He
did
Jared.
so well. Jared was amazing. He's amazing. Trent is amazing. To be put up against each other like that, wow. Yeah.
I didn't think
they'd be matched, to be honest. 2 of the most down-to-earth humans you could meet, really. Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he obviously coming this time? Obviously, Cable Wise aren't a major sponsor this time.
They're not a major sponsor this time, but they'll still be prominent in the event, I think. I mean, he's just given so much to the event. So, yeah, who knows? You could see him again at some point.
Imagine him coming back.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
A lot of people coming back this time.
Yeah. I think they want their time again, or it's just, I think, like, since I've started, on this journey, it's pretty addictive.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I didn't expect that.
Is it a lot easier to train now that it's all real? And
I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Because you've been putting in some time.
I have.
On top of the training.
I have, but I think you have to if you want to win.
For fitness.
For fitness, yeah. And I mean, I think I came from a place of not doing a lot at the time, so
you had that knee operation,
I had
didn't you?
knee surgery, yes. So it's not.
I do know. I've got a picture of it right here.
It's beautiful.
Where is this knee?
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. It was literally the worst time of my life. But I think I had a dislocated knee for probably 15 years, and I just never did anything about it.
So what did they do?
They broke my tibia.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and they screwed it back into place to hold my kneecap in place. So my surgeon said when he cut my knee open, my kneecap just fell out onto the table. So, yeah. And
oh, my God.
I think my body had
I thought it was just an ACL or something.
No, it was bad.
How did that happen?
From my dancing ballet years, I think I'd had it since I was about 11 years old. My kneecap would just randomly dislocate and pop back in. So
I just saw the date on this.
Isn't it bizarre?
Exactly 2 years. I almost said 1 year. 2 years. Well, I saw, geez, you were really laid up at that, not the last one, the one before.
Yeah, I couldn't get upstairs. It was a really long rehab. So, yeah. So
that's a major operation.
It was major surgery, and to be honest, if I had have known, I would never have. If I knew the full extent of it, which I didn't actually ask, I just sort of thought, well, I'm just going to do it.
Got to get done.
I have to get it done, and if I knew the extent of it, I probably would have backed out and just.
Are you glad you got it now, though?
So glad. My knee is like, it's like nothing ever happened. So I mean, the rehab was huge, and I do have 2 screws in my knee, and but other than that, it's pretty much brand new, so there's no excuses.
Everything else in there is okay, all the cartilage and all
okay. So I was lucky.
Very lucky.
Very lucky. Yeah.
I think it's just us getting older
and
realise we don't bounce back.
And I think probably that's why I got it done as well, because I thought I'm getting older, no one's getting younger, but
39.
I still act like I'm 21.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
oh, geez, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at the last 6 PCRs.
Of course not. Yeah. So, no, I'm glad I had it done. So, it was surgery. It's, you can't call it an injury. So, yeah. And I just thought, well, that's it. I have to do it now. And I have to train as hard as I can, because if I don't, it's like, it's your own pressure on yourself. But you just want to give it your all.
Mm. It steps up each event, I've noticed.
Yes.
Where at the start it was maybe some guys did a couple of sessions, got in there, and they were just slugging. They didn't know how to box.
Yeah.
Like they could probably fight. You can fight, but you can't box.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah, it is very different. There's a lot of technique in there, a lot. And,
And now it seems like the quality of boxing has just stepped up.
Definitely.
Ever since, remember the one that got cancelled because of COVID?
Yes, and I actually got stuck in Tasmania with that. So I wasn't even back in Perth then. I got stuck for 7 months. It was supposed to be in March, I think, 2020.
Yeah.
And then it ended up happening in October 2020.
That's right.
And I only got back to Perth 2 weeks before the actual event. And I had to quarantine for those 2 weeks.
Did you get to the event?
I did.
Yeah,
literally the day before.
That's convenient.
I know. Can you get perfect timing? But still, So that whole 7 months, it was like, is this going to happen? Is it not going to happen? It was full on for all the organisers and for Nigel and Glenn, and and the people who actually applied for it at the time. So they would have, I guess they could have trained for that 7 months, but still, it was just so up in the air.
For the quality of fighting, I think that one cancelled event changed everything with the level of fighting, because a lot of those guys and girls still trained.
They did.
Knowing that it was going to happen. So instead of an 8-week program, they did a 6 month.
Yeah, that's right.
And they came in and it just
Smashed
stepped
it.
up.
Yeah, it was amazing.
They all had the gas tank to go 3 rounds.
Yeah. That's it.
So, and it sort of set the standard now, because it's never going to go backwards.
No.
It's just getting better.
It just keeps getting better and better. So
I think the guys that are coming back, like Aaron Tracy and Bo, obviously Rory's having another go.
Yeah.
A couple of the guys got injured. I think they realise it now, and you can see those guys really putting it in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, Aaron Tracy, I've just, he's like a machine. He's been at the gym nearly every day, smashing out 2 sessions. And
he's got a shirt on? Doesn't mind getting that shirt off. It's cool down.
We don't mind. Yeah. Sorry.
Neither do I.
Yeah, that's it. Motivation, whatever works. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Yeah. I got to ask you first. I was going to do that later, but I'll get into it now because we're leading on to it.
Yeah.
Tell me how you and Glenn. Tell me how this relationship started. How did you meet Glenn? How did you get involved in this whole?
Well,
schmozzle?
actually, it wasn't Glenn. I was in Tasmania, and I was coming back to Perth. I said to Dad, I'm going to come back to Perth, and I think we need to take Gobsmack to the next level.
Yep.
And I thought,
Gobsmack, major sponsor. A naming rights sponsor.
Naming rights sponsor.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I remember copping that spray at orientation.
Just once.
That's all that's needed.
Yeah. But I decided I was going to move back to Perth, and after being in Tasmania for 4 years, and I thought, well, what can we do? So I kind of looked up what was going on around the boxing industry and world, and anyway, I came across the PCR. Somehow I came across the PCR sponsorship invitation. I don't know what it was. It was, like a presentation that someone had put out. And it was, I think Simon Crossland was still involved in it, so I contacted their office, and they were like, we're looking for a major sponsor. And I was like, well, that's perfect. So that's how we got involved. And then I met Glenn and Nigel probably over the phone, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it just they're like
blossomed.
They're like my family. Like they're amazing. So,
they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good. They've become I've got a top 5, top 10. They're in there, Nigel and Glenn. So
she's on the list.
Yeah, on the list.
On the good list.
Yeah, they're on the good list.
Not the bad list, like
not
the neighbour.
Not the bad list, no. There's no bad list. Well,
You know how it is.
Yeah.
So because Gobsmacks has been involved with, it is involved with numerous sporting events and teams and things like that. I always see things like Muay Thai competitions and stuff like that.
So I sort of decided that when I came back to Perth, if we take Gobsmack to the next level, I thought, well, I'd like to try and dominate the fight industry. So that's been my objective for the last 4 years. I think I've done fairly well in doing that.
You got some good names, good up and coming fighters.
Yeah, definitely. And we still do the football clubs, AFL, hockey, or rugby. We sponsor some really good rugby teams, really good rugby sides. Generally, a water polo. We do so many teams in Perth, which is awesome. But I think we have had a big focus on, boxing, Muay Thai, the combat sports. I think it just fits well.
Yeah.
And also the design of our mouth guards. So my dad and my brother have created a little niche for themselves.
The air guard?
The air guard, yes, that's exclusive to us. And then our custom laminated, which is our superior mouth guard. The way that's designed, it's unique, gives fighters maximum breathing and speech, which is what you want in the ring or on the mats or in a cage.
Do you remember the old ones?
Yeah.
Do you remember those massive hunks of plastic you used to put in hot water and then shove in the mouth?
How uncomfortable.
That's what I used to wear.
Yeah, I know, but I guess you had to.
We had no other choice.
No.
I think at one stage I don't even know if they do this anymore. I had a top and bottom one.
Yeah, I have seen them, and there's like a hook as well.
Yeah, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, really weird. So, I mean, you know, our mouth guard is something that we specialise in, so it's just, you know, completely different to the old school style. I mean, it's just technology. It's just evolved.
Because they're pretty thin, aren't they?
They're pretty thin, yeah. And, you know, they also, you know, they protect your jaw as well, so it's not just your teeth.
I heard that. I was reading that. It's not just about not knocking your teeth out. It actually reduces the chance of a knockout by getting hit.
It can. We don't advertise it, but mouth guards in general can, you know, decrease levels of concussion. So, yeah. You know, I mean, you're just stupid if you don't wear one in any contact sport. I mean, when I say that we, you know, sponsor water polo clubs, if you've seen how water polo, if you watch, they're savage. Like, I would never play water polo.
I'd drown.
I would. First of all, I'd drown. There's no
I'd go in
way.
with floaties.
Yeah, there's no way I could tread water for even probably 5 seconds, but maybe 10 now that I've been training a bit more. But I would drown. But if you get an elbow to the mouth, which is highly likely, wow, you would drown.
Knock your teeth out.
Yeah, and knock your teeth out. Yeah.
Jeez.
So it just gives me anxiety just to even some of the injuries, like photos of injuries I've seen, and, you know, we have seen kids come in with teeth knocked out from just a Saturday basketball game. Yeah, you have to really look at it as a parent and be like, wow, I just really need my child wearing a mouth guard. Just, yeah.
Sort of like helmets. I know helmets are coming back for kids.
It is almost like that. So, yeah, it is a smart thing to do if you're in a you know, high-impact sport, or just, And
Gobsmacked isn't your sponsor this time?
It is not, no.
Tell me why.
Well, it's a curse.
I just thought it was a PCR curse. I didn't realise it was a combat sport curse.
Like, I'm not sure I don't know how seriously other people take it, but I've taken it a little bit seriously because I just think, you know, I'm a little bit superstitious. So
I never knew about it till last time, and then one of the other boys mentioned it to me, and you're right.
Yeah. I mean, look, if I wasn't so fortunate enough to be able to have another sponsor, because I feel so very lucky, then I probably would have gone with it. But
tell me about this other sponsor who has very kindly given me one of these hats.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to leave that sticker on? Is that what all the kids are doing?
I don't know if that's cool or not.
Is it? Okay. All right, let me just take the sticker off. I thought it was cool. That's why I left it on.
Cool, but if you sort of read what it actually says on there, maybe not.
I think it's because it says extra large. Everyone knows I've got a big scone. So there we go.
I think that's fairly standard. But
Flex Fit, there we go.
Yeah.
So tell me about your sponsor, which is RLF AgTech.
Yes, correct.
Is that how you say it?
It is, yes. RLF, Rural Liquid Fertilizers.
I went down a rabbit hole when I was researching these guys. I've got some questions. Firstly, tell me a bit about them.
Okay, so I have another job outside of Gobsmacked, which is with RLF. So I'm an executive assistant to their CEO or their global CEO. We have an office in Welshpool and a warehouse where they manufacture all the liquid fertilizer.
Open to the public?
No,
special people.
It's only special people.
Only select few.
Only select few, but hey, I can probably pull a few strings, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. But then we also have an office in China and a factory over there. So there's probably about, I think, 150 employees over there. And there is about, I think, 20 in our office here in Perth. So, and that includes the warehouse and the manufacturing side. And we're also publicly listed on the ASX. So,
really?
Yeah.
How long have these guys been around?
They have been around probably about 22 years, 24 years, I think. But RLF AgTech has been publicly listed since April 2020. Yeah.
Okay. So it's just gone from strength to strength?
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
You're an EA.
I'm an EA.
What is an EA?
It's an executive assistant.
Okay.
So what does that do?
Let me Google that.
Just generally run someone else's life and make sure they're where they're supposed to be and keeping everything in order. Yeah. And there's a bit of marketing and that type of thing behind it. So
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I've been doing it for a very long time.
It's pretty rare to actually love your job.
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
It's not weird. It's great.
I can't imagine doing anything else, really.
Does the success of this business actually get you fired up?
It does, because it is fairly newly listed and I can see that it would have massive potential. I've worked for some pretty big oil and gas companies globally and also some junior explorers and, other sort of mining industry related companies. But I've picked and choosed where I've wanted to go because you've got to be interested in what you are working with and for. So, yeah, it's like a roller coaster, which I love because it's different every day.
I prefer a bit of security. I like a nice, calm workspace.
Yeah, it's calm most of the time.
Yeah.
But I also think it's quite fast-paced, which I like because I don't like to be bored, obviously.
Obviously. So just throw a boxing match in here halfway.
Why not?
What does your family think about you doing this?
Oh, so when I told my dad, I think he...
Big Rob?
Yeah, I think he nearly passed out. I think he was very shocked.
It shocked me.
Yeah,
I got the list of names, and first one, your name jumped out at me, and I went, oh no, there's got to be two people with this name. And I called Glenn. And I said, Glenn, name number 4, is that true? And he goes, yes. And I went, oh my God.
Yeah. So I think it shocked a few people, but it's been a secret goal of mine. So I told my dad first. I told Brooke second. Shout out to my best, by the way.
Brooke.
She cried. She actually cried.
She's very active on Instagram, I got to say.
She's the best.
She loves it.
She's the best. She's great. So, yeah. So, she actually cried. She got quite emotional because I'd never really discussed it with her either. And she is like, we're twins. You can't really separate us. We tell each other everything.
It came out of nowhere for me.
I know.
You've never even hinted at it.
No, I hadn't. I kept it under my hat. And I just thought, well, if I get my knee back on track, that's what I want to work towards because, it's so exciting. Why wouldn't you?
It is, isn't it?
I'm right here in the middle of it. So why wouldn't you do everything you could to be part of it?
And what'd your mum say?
I think Mum was quite shocked. She was like, well, are you going to be okay? Like, typical mum thing.
Oh, yeah.
But she's so supportive. She's amazing. So, she's always supported anything my brother and I have wanted to do or try she's really excited.
Do you think your mum's going to come across for it?
She was going to, but she has quite a big property in Tasmania, so it's hard for her to get away from that and just leave it. But my grandparents will be there and my auntie and uncle and some of my cousins, I think. So
maybe if they live stream or something this event.
I don't know. I think we do have live stream, don't we? We need to. If we don't, we should look into that.
We should. Things are being looked into as we speak. I'm saying
good.
while I this. Your dad, though, he's an ex football player.
He is.
So
yes.
it's always different though if it's a daughter. I don't know. I don't have daughters, but I know that I'd be way too protective of them doing something like boxing.
Yeah, maybe, but I think because he knows. He's so close to the event and he knows how well it's run and, he knows what amazing coaches and boxers both Nigel and Glenn are. I think that probably helps.
The safety is a massive thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, these guys are top tier boxers and coaches. So it's not like you're walking into something blindly.
No, it's not some underground backyard job.
They've covered all their bases. And I wouldn't do it if I felt like I wasn't, I guess, being looked after, duty of care and all of that. I think having Counterbalance Fitness involved now and the home of PCR, Craig and Leonie Wilson and Xavier, they are the most amazing family.
Quality. I'm waiting for something to go wrong there. I was going to say, you guys are too perfect.
No,
for
I
my
feel like
liking.
I could cry because they have looked after me through, you know, I started training with them in November after all my rehab finished, and they have just been amazing. So if it wasn't for them, I don't even think that I could consider doing PCR. But Craig and Leonie and Xavier have got me to a point with my knee where I just feel like I never had surgery, really.
Okay.
So they're
I've seen you
amazing.
training with Leonie a fair bit.
She is a weapon, that woman.
And Xavier, what a good kid.
Oh, my God. It's just
What a great
it's
kid.
like literally, they are just this perfect family. I mean, no, you know,
Yeah.
everyone has their ups and downs and whatever, but wow, it's just some really amazing humans. So PCR and Counterbalance Fitness, what a perfect match.
Oh, it's a match
Yeah.
made in heaven
It really
right there,
is.
isn't it?
It really is. So I can't speak highly enough of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So to know that they've looked after me through this journey as well, leading up to, I think my dad was probably, you know, he's like, well, she's in good hands.
Yeah.
She's in good hands.
Everyone's in good hands. And
So-
they match you so evenly.
Yes. they
Any
do.
ideas
Yeah.
on who your opponent's going to be? Don't have to tell me. You can surprise me. I'm still waiting. End of week.
Yeah. I
End of next week, do they announce it?
I think so. The end of March.
End of March.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, a few weeks away.
I mean, I've got
Too
some
keen.
ideas, but I just, to be honest, don't really want to be faced with that yet.
I think there's
That
probably
makes it real.
there's four from what I've seen. Only just going by weights is
Yeah.
there's four of you that are very close.
Yes.
And so it could go either
It
way.
could go either way. Yeah.
Blue team, red team.
Blue.
Jeez.
I bleed blue. I
So,
have.
as you mentioned, your dad did.
Yes.
1972 Premiership player for
He
East
is.
Perth.
He is.
Took me a while. Did some digging.
Yeah.
Look what I found.
There he is.
Look at him there.
Man of the hour.
How old is he there?
Ooh, gosh, 72. I'm not actually sure. I think he would have been maybe 16.
16.
Yeah, maybe even younger than that.
Must have been a good player.
He was a really good player. Yeah. He
Just
was a really good player.
Is that Mel Brown?
Yes, it is.
Look at some of these names.
Yes, it is. He's up there with the greats.
I'm just going through
I
some of
know.
these names.
Yeah.
Ron Alexander was
Yeah.
there. Mm-hmm. He was too. Look at him there.
Yes.
Look at the tash on Ron.
I know.
He's rocking that thing from a
Yeah.
while back.
Yeah.
1972.
Yes. Yeah.
Does your dad still talk about it?
Yeah. He does. Yeah. I think it was like the best time of his life. So,
That's
and I think that's where probably Gobsmacked really stemmed from is, yeah, I mean, Dad's a dental technician, dental prosthetist by trade, but the mouthguard thing, I think, yeah, it's sort of all started there with
okay.
his football career. So, yeah.
That's what this is. What I was trying to explain it to someone the other day about this event and why it's so important to people. Is a lot of people, especially the guys, maybe they had that premiership in their footy team, back in high school
Yeah.
or when they were 18, and then they chase it. And that you
Yeah.
can never replicate it, whether it's because life gets in the way or
Yeah.
family or something. You can never get that back.
No.
And this event gives 28 people the opportunity
Yeah.
to live that one moment
Oh my
of
gosh,
just
it
glory.
does. It does. And I don't think that sometimes I don't think Glenn and Nigel realise what they've done for people.
It's life changing.
It's life changing.
It can be life saving
It can
as
be
well.
life saving as well. There's I've heard lots of stories of people going through really hard times, and there's the whole mental health thing and people being in dark places, or they've had a tragedy in their life, or they've they're just generally not having a great time, and then they decide to start the PCR journey, and it's life-changing. And Glenn and Nigel are just two of the most incredible humans. What they do and what they've done for people, I just don't think they'll ever understand. So,
I don't think they will.
No. So they are both amazing. And anyone who has come in contact with PCR or both of them, they will say the same thing.
How different are those two?
They're so different. Yeah, they are very different. Yeah.
How do they work?
They just work. They are actually like peas and carrots. So funny. Yeah. They're very different, but they're also very similar. I think once you get to know them both really well, they're very similar, and their bond is unbreakable.
I think their intent, it comes down to their intent.
Yeah.
Their intent is always to put on a show, to raise money for Saba Rose.
Yeah.
And they do it.
They do it.
But yeah. I mean, I get along very well with Glenn and Nigel, but I got to talk to them very different. Like Glenn and I just argue the whole time.
Yeah.
But we get on.
Yeah.
And Nigel seems to be, the voice of reason a lot of time, just keeping him under wraps.
Yeah.
And what a perfect set of assistant coaches as well.
Oh, yeah. They're all amazing. They're all amazing. They're all just so attentive, and they're good at what they do, and they know their stuff. All of them. Assistant coaches and coaches, they know their stuff.
How do they stay motivated for each new batch?
Yeah.
Be almost like a school teacher, like you go at the start of the year, you go, here we go again.
And most of generally they all have full-time jobs, so it's, they're doing their full-time job, and then they're showing up to training for these, 28, 30 people that are coming into it, and they're spending, a couple of hours each session, doing their thing. Do
you think it'd be frustrating for them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Can you imagine like 30 of me jumping around?
What has, and I will mention her name. She's not going to like it, but I will mention her name.
Yeah.
Is a young lady in your squad named Jade.
Yes, love that girl.
She's
so fun.
She's spot on.
Yeah.
I saw Jade on day one.
Yeah.
And I've gone, and I should know because I see it all the time. And I went, they've got their work cut out for them because I think she was new to it.
Okay.
And I came down last Thursday, I think it was, and I was like, what the hell has happened?
Yeah.
She looked smooth. She looked comfortable.
Yeah.
What?
She also hits really hard.
Yeah. I meant this in a good way, Jade. I'm not bagging
No,
all,
she's pretty amazing.
The progress in that amount of time.
Yeah. That's it.
It's like that. Remember Jasmine Barrett Leak?
Yes.
She was the same from last time.
Well, Jasmine, I actually haven't told her this yet, but I did. So her and Danielle, the Devil Developers.
What a fight that she put on.
I know, she did. She's amazing. I was very lucky to present her belt that night for her win, so that was a proud moment.
Yeah.
But those two amazing ladies are really the reason I'm doing this. Because I had a little chat with them at the wrap-up party from the October or PCR 11, and they were like, why don't you just do it? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm ready. And, they were just like so supportive, and just, the things they had to say about it, I just was like, why don't I do it? If they can do it, I can. So... yes, thank you, Danielle and Jasmine.
Thank you.
You are the reason that I'm here.
And I will blame you if I don't walk away with the belt.
Yeah. No.
Jasmine.
No, definitely not. But they are two amazing ladies. So yeah.
Jasmine was one that came in new, like never done boxing before. Came in, she was up against Maddie, who was very good. Mm-hmm. And Jasmine's did cop about 300 punches right on the end of the nose.
Yes.
But still, held her head up, loved it.
Yeah. Just, like, she is an amazing human, Jasmine. Like, everybody is that does this event. They're just, you can't come in and, like, I've met so many people through the event, and I could not say a bad word, really, about anyone.
There's been no dickheads.
No.
How weird is that?
That's it.
Not one.
Yeah, exactly. Not one.
Maybe Aaron Tracy.
I don't know.
We get into him on every episode.
Poor AT. He loves it.
He does. He loves the attention. But there hasn't been any dickheads.
No. So
And in this industry, in this sport, it's a breeding ground for them, apparently.
Yeah.
No egos?
No egos. There's no arrogance. I don't know how, but there's just not.
They would shut that down.
Oh, 100%. There's no room for arrogance or that type of behaviour. Not in the gym and not within that crew. It's just not how anyone rolls.
If someone did, I'm not saying they'd do this, but this is exactly what they'd do, is if someone did come in a bit cocky and was giving some people a hard time, I'm pretty sure they'd get in the ring with do some sparring with Glenn and Nige.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be
they'd be shut down pretty quickly.
Very quick reality check.
That's it. Yeah.
Maybe I should do it.
I think you should. Come on, I'm waiting.
Nah.
Yeah.
This is not fair.
No, well, I think you should.
If my body gets better,
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from...
being in Europe for 6 months.
Hang on, it's just my book of excuses here. I'll use this one today. You know how it is.
Well, if I can do it, I mean, come on, Brad. I'm pretty sure anyone can.
I saw... what's his name? It's not Mason. I should know his name. Hudson.
Oh, yeah, Hud.
Hudson. I saw Hudson on orientation day, and I thought, if I fought, we're about the same weight, I'd probably match up with him. And then I saw Hudson punch in the bag the other day, and I'm like, I'm pretty comfortable on the sidelines.
Yeah, I reckon you would be. Yeah, he's a gun. He's a gun.
Way better than I thought.
He's a gun. I think you can be deceived by some people because, you can't. I don't think you can judge a book by its cover in the world of boxing.
No.
So,
Any sport.
No, well, any sport. Yeah, that's correct.
See, Barry and Alex are having that rematch.
Yes, yeah.
It's going to be juicy.
It will be very juicy. Definitely.
Alex is doing very, very well in his...
he's just not losing.
BJJ.
He can't lose.
He does. He
just is a winner. Yeah.
But there's Barry.
Yes. Barry, wow.
Barry wants this so bad.
But I've watched him spar. Like, I don't even want to be near the ring when he's in it. Like, he's a weapon.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them. So it's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be good, whichever way it's going to go.
Definitely.
I can tell you do like an event. I've witnessed it firsthand. I've witnessed 5:30 p.m. Jade, and I've also witnessed 1:30 a.m. on the dance floor, Jade. They're two completely different people.
Yeah.
Tell me why you have decided to put the festivities. I know you'll still be enjoying it after your fight, but tell me why you've decided to switch sides and actually be a fighter. What's the reason, the motivation behind doing it?
The motivation would probably be just to prove to myself that I can. I mean, I know that I can. I am quite dedicated, and it may not appear like that sometimes.
You're way better at boxing than I thought.
Well, I have boxed before, obviously being around it so much, but I haven't sparred before. I guess... I haven't really sparred before, but I've done boxing training.
It's a different world, though, isn't it?
It is a different world.
Have you been in the ring sparring?
Yeah, I have.
How'd you go?
Yeah, I actually secretly love it. I don't know what it is, but once you put those gloves on, like a fire starts. It's just, I think it's just a feeling that you get. It's and it's addictive. So it's addictive. So for me, the reason that I applied for it, I always knew that I was going to, ever since I went to my first event in, I think it was 2020. Yep.
First one at the
convention centre.
Oh, the last one at the convention centre.
That would have no. I did 2 at the convention centre.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
That was like PCR 4 and 5.
Yeah, I think so.
That was back in the day.
This is Gobsmack's 8th event as a sponsor. Or I think we started off as major sponsor and then graduated to naming rights sponsor because it was just a really good fit. And it's not even because, like Gobsmacked is a naming rights sponsor. I just wanted to do it for myself, having, I guess, danced for so many years and then having my knee surgery, and it was just such a big surgery that I thought I have to. There was a couple of times where I was like, am I ever going to walk again? Because rehab was awful. But I just thought I have to prove to myself that I can do something, and I probably will never dance again like I used to or teach.
There's very few photos of you dancing.
Yeah,
I try. Trust me.
I do keep things very much under the radar. And it was a long time ago. I mean, I think the last time I was on stage was probably a good sort of 10, 15 years ago.
That's so hard on your body, though,
It
isn't
is, yeah.
How are your ankles and your
My
feet?
ankles are actually fine. And everything's fine. It was just my knee that suffered.
Did the ballet cause it?
I think so, yes. It basically wore the muscles on either side of my kneecap away. And that's sort of how, that all started. And I just kind of danced around it. And, yeah, my kneecap would pop out and it would just pop back in, and I would just deal with it, and it would be painful for a couple of days, and then I think I just got used to it. So
you do, don't you?
You do.
Just get used to being in pain.
Yeah, and I'm very much a heels girl, or was, maybe not so much now, but, I'd run in heels, and that probably was not good.
Run in heels?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, when I used to work on the terrace for so many years, and, I'd wear heels up and down the terrace and in the office and just permanently. So
there's no give in heels.
There's not.
No. Why I know it's a fashion thing, but why would you do it?
I don't know, but I lived in them, and that probably didn't help or contribute. So, yeah, had to have that surgery. Have done it now, and I just thought, well, I need to do something to just, there's no excuses not to do something big to celebrate doing the surgery. So here we are. And also, it's close to my heart. And oh my gosh, Team Saba and the Saba Rose Button.
Oh, I get emotional. Can't talk about it.
I can't either. I mean, wow. What an amazing family. What an amazing charity. The foundation is incredible. Why wouldn't you want to give something back? So...
And the kids from Linked are coming in this time as well.
So exciting. This is just going to be
I'm going to be going to pieces.
epic.
I'm going to be going to pieces on the sideline. I might need some help.
I know.
It's a doctor just looking after me.
So Cam and his team at Linked, I just think, having them come in as well, again, it's just the event gets bigger and better every year. So... yeah.
They're really stepping it up this time.
So I'm just so excited to be part of it and to be, on the other side of the ring this time, which I'm not normally. I'm usually presenting a belt, but this time I want to fight for my own belt.
You'll be receiving one.
Yeah.
I love the confidence.
Well,
there's something brewing. I don't know what it is. There's something brewing with this event that's, I don't know whether it's more hype around it or this. I think this is going to be one for the ages, this event.
Definitely. I think there's a few little additions that will make it slightly different. And I just think, like we've been saying, it gets bigger and better every year. The guys just put so much work into it. It's, and it's a lot of outside hours as well. I mean, they can't fail. They can't. It's amazing.
It's different when people are doing it because they love to do it as opposed to doing it for money.
That's exactly right.
And you can tell, can't you?
Yeah, you can definitely.
It is so obvious.
You can tell, yeah.
They're doing it for the glory as well. Team Blue. After
That's
that,
Team Blue. Is there any other colour, Brad? I feel like there isn't.
I'm a fence sitter.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go Team Red this time.
And it's not because, I think anyone's bigger or better. It's just I don't know. I've just always been a blue corner girl.
There's nothing wrong with being in a team, though. It's not like you're anti the other team.
Gosh, no, not at all. I mean, I started a little group chat today with all of the PCR girls from this PCR 12, because I'm just so lucky. All the girls are amazing, and there's only 6 of us, but they are just all amazing. like, you just wouldn't not want to be friends with any of them. So it doesn't matter what colour team we're on. To me, we're just all one team. So
how are you going to go putting things aside?
Oh, you just have to do it, I guess. I mean, you know, you're going to be split into two teams, and on the night you'll be in the ring, and one person will be the red team and one person will be the blue team. It doesn't mean that you know,
dislike
anyone for that. You know, you just put it aside for 6 minutes and go for it. And I would be so proud of any of those girls, you know, that win. And it's not me. That's just how it is. It's, you know, of course I want to win, but you don't want someone to lose so that you can win. Well, that's not where I'm from.
No.
So it's not about that.
You see how the bond between people who are often opponents and how well they get on.
Yeah.
Mongie and Trent and
that's it.
You had the housemates. You got Ashley Bunny and Sam were good mates when they fought.
Exactly.
Can't believe I mentioned Ashley's name. Jeez, she's going to use this.
She's the best.
She's involved in this one as well, isn't she?
She's been involved in the last few.
God, keep her away from me.
She's the best. I love it.
Could you imagine her?
She really needs to be on TV, that girl.
Oh, definitely.
So, you know, if there are any producers, directors out there, please contact Ashley Bunny.
Ashley Bunny.
Amazing.
Celebrant.
She's a marriage celebrant. Yeah.
Can you imagine her?
Yeah. She needs her own show, to be fair.
She is. She's a walking sideshow.
She's
I mean
amazing.
that in a good way, yeah?
Yeah. And she's so funny. She's so funny.
Do you know she was
she is so funny.
She was a zoo, model for Zoo magazine?
Oh, really? Oh, actually, I think I've seen those photos.
Oh, yeah.
It does not surprise me. She's done everything.
She's confident and good on it. And she cops some grief, and she just doesn't care.
I know. She's like the best.
Most of it's from me.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
She's just very funny.
She's good. She's a live one.
She's a beautiful human. She really is. So, yeah.
She's an acquired taste.
Is she, Brad?
No.
Don't worry, I'll slap him later, Ash.
Listen,
I'll throw an apple at him.
I'm a fan of Ash. I can't believe I said it, but I actually am. I think it's her resilience is what gets me.
Yeah.
She's just, she's great.
She's a firecracker.
Imagine her on TV, though.
Yeah, I think she needs her own show. Yeah.
Keeping up with the bunnies.
Ashley Bunny show. Yeah.
Imagine her as a host interviewing people.
Yeah. You remember those old Rove McManus shows, and he would just wander around and talk to people in the city and, you know, pull the piss out of them. I think she can be really good at it. Yeah.
She'd probably do it in that, you know, that one-piece leotard that she wore.
Yes.
Remember what she wore to weigh-ins?
Yeah.
How is that girl single?
Is she? I don't know that she is.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
We are friends on social media, on all the platforms. We've been friends for a while. I did do a little bit of digging. I like to go back. I like to take a step back in here. What have we got
That's what
here?
I was worried about.
That's not too bad.
Oh, God. Yep.
This here is from approximately 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Where is that?
I think that is... Oh, and look what I've put as the comment.
That's the funniest thing.
Oh, my God. The things you do 10 years ago. Yeah. Cool.
For those that can't see it, it says crackheads.
Yeah, how amazing for me. I probably should delete that. I've just realised. I don't know. That was in Mount Lawley somewhere. There used to be, I think, a pizza place next to. It used to be Lux, but now it's Sea Paradiso. I don't know.
I have no idea of any nightclub names anymore.
Yeah.
It's amazing what some of the stuff. Did you have MySpace?
No, I think I did not have MySpace.
No, I was looking. I thought you were on MySpace.
I understood it.
Just playing some music. This one here, I went right back here, 2007.
Cool, love you, Brad.
How old are you there? 2007.
12? If I'm 39 now, I mean,
you're not that young.
No,
there, but
I'm
you
not.
look it.
I know. Yeah,
you could pass for like about a 14-year-old there.
I probably was.
2007.
No, I think
what year
I was
were you born?
27.
27. Young'un.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, those are my two best girlfriends. They've probably come to about 5 PCR events with me.
So they're going to be there too,
They
supporting
will
you?
be. They are dying that I'm actually on the other side of the ring as well.
I'm guessing you're going to have a fair crew of people there supporting you, are they?
I think so, yes. I will, yes.
Rowdy?
Brooke.
Is Brooke going to be at the table or is Brooke ringside?
She'll be ringside for the... she's going to walk out with me. So she'll be ringside. She is ringside anyway. Her table's ringside, but she'll probably be ringside. Yeah.
Someone keeping an eye on her? She's not going to jump in the ring or anything?
She might. She might. She's quite protective. But no, somebody will be keeping an eye on her, I'm sure.
Beautiful.
I'm sure she'll be very well behaved, yeah.
As long as she stays away from the commentary desk, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll be hearing her voice probably screeching, yelling, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have support.
That's it. Yeah. I'm sure there's a few people's voices that I will hear, so yeah. But I'm very lucky. I just have felt so supported by so many people. So
there's a lot of people who are very excited to see you in that ring,
yeah,
I gotta say.
I just think they didn't expect it. So
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Does everyone know now? Like, is there anyone you haven't told?
No, I think pretty much most people know. I mean, I've put it on social media, so...
No, it's out there.
If I haven't spoken to anyone, they've seen it. Yeah. And I have been very MIA for the last sort of month or so, just, I guess, training.
Someone's going to ask you, how have you noticed sort of your body changes? Because you look completely different.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I have been training properly, which I hadn't been, obviously, post-surgery.
Your diet and everything all sorted?
Well, I haven't been drinking or partying or...
Really?
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Yeah.
Surprise.
Sorry.
You know what? It all makes sense now. I was having a look at the ASIC's website of businesses that have gone into insolvency, and there was all these bars that have gone under.
Yeah.
And I'm going, Jade must be off the champagne.
I haven't been going out, nothing. I've just been like an old nonna at home and going to training the next day.
How good do you feel though?
So good. I don't even miss it. I really don't miss it.
Someone said to me once, you never regret not drinking.
Oh, I think I trained with Leonie on Friday. We did some sparring. Wow, she's a weapon, by the way.
She's great.
Yeah, she's amazing. So Zave was in my corner and I was sparring. I did 3 2-minute rounds with her. She can pack a punch, that lady.
She doesn't look the type to be able to fight either.
Oh, my God. No. She's fierce. She's amazing. So I was training with her and then I did a bit of PT with her after, and she said something about, it's Friday, like we should be having a wine, and I'm like, that actually makes me feel sick. What's
happened to you?
Who
are you?
I don't know.
What have you done with Jade?
Sure I'll be back.
What have you done with? What have you done with hot Tabasco?
I'm sure I'll be back. But it just made me feel. The thought of it, I was like, ugh. I just so don't miss it at the moment. So
you can't afford to be hungover.
You can't because on Sunday, like honestly, I was like, I cannot go today. My body hurts so much, and I was just like, but I know I have to. I know I will feel so bad if I don't go. And it's just like I did have a mini fight with myself for a second, but I got there. And
how much better do you feel after?
I was so glad that I did. And I've only had maybe 1 or 2 moments like that, which I thought there would be more. But there's no way you could have that thought and then be hungover at the same time or tired because you've been up the night before, just that's it. I'm going to bed at like 9 p.m. and quite loving it.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nothing better than a good night's sleep.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Some of the fighters have said to us previously is that they realise how much they learn in one lesson, in one training session.
Yeah.
And it might be the one thing that gets them over the line in the end. And it's like they're almost fearful to miss a training session.
You can. And I've really realised that the last few sessions, the things that I've learnt or taken in, if I hadn't have been there, I would have missed it. Yeah.
And then the cardio is just all
the
you on your
cardio,
day.
yeah. You want to spew sometimes. It's not good, but it's good.
It is just relentless.
It's relentless, yeah. Yeah.
And everyone just keeps going.
And then, like, the minute you feel like giving up, someone yells at you. Or they're like, come on, you can do it. Like, everyone is just so supportive. So even if you do have a little moment where you're like, oh, I just cannot throw one more punch, like G-Star will appear out of nowhere and he'll be like, Jade!
Oh, he doesn't mind yelling.
He's like, love you, but Jade! I'm like, okay.
The sit-ups you guys were doing the other day,
Yeah.
where you interlock your
Yes,
feet and doing
yes.
it. I was seeing that. My back was hurting just watching you guys
it
do
was
that.
tough because we'd all just like trained our hearts out for an hour, and then you have to finish off with, you know, a set of these intense crunches or a plank or, you know, that type of core work. You just want to pass out.
But everyone gets fired up.
They
for
do,
those.
because I think they know too that it's the end.
It's coming to the end. That last little bit of energy I
that's
held
it.
on to.
Like, I think I was with Jodie, and my God, she has worked so hard. I know how hard she works because I just do. Like, she's amazing. And I know that she'd worked so hard that week, and she was just so wanting to just die into the AstroTurf. And I'm like, come on, babe, we're nearly done. Like, you can do this.
She's come
So,
a long
yeah.
way.
She's amazing. Like, I admire every single girl, and also the guys. Like, they're insane. They are insane. But the girls, I'm just so happy. Like, I've just got the best crew of girls in this event. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Aren't
Yeah, they're so lovely. Yeah.
they? Get back on your photos here. This is the last one.
Yeah.
I've got others, but I won't go too hard into
my
it.
God.
Well, just in case someone's listening. Look at that combo. Thing that got me here. This is from
Brooke's
2015.
going to kill you.
She doesn't like this photo.
Oh, we probably both don't, but, you know.
Is this when the fascination with the lip gloss come in?
I don't know. I think I've always had it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Really?
I
Yeah,
did notice. I did notice.
I've always just been obsessed with lip gloss.
What's your lip gloss budget like for a week? Because it would be excessive.
It's pretty excessive. Yeah.
It's so shiny
It's
on the
pretty
night.
excessive. Yeah, I think there's like I don't know what it is. I think it's like a Too-Faced lip venom or something. It's like about $50 for a little tube of it. But like I won't go without it. I won't eat for a week. But I need my lip gloss. Yeah.
Oh, what about if you get a smack in the mouth and then like your lips blow up?
That's even better. I mean, yeah, a free pout, you know.
Doesn't Jodie run like a...
Well, I haven't actually checked out her website or her page properly, but I think she does some sort of cosmetic thing. Sorry, Jodie. I will look into that.
I think it's they send called a TENS machine. Is that what it's called? Where it sends those pulse things through you?
something like that, like a contouring.
Maybe need a bit of that. I may need to.
maybe
I may need a
some
touch of
that.
contouring.
I probably need some contouring. Yeah, we'll have to hit her up.
She's big on the ice baths as well.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done those?
No, not yet, but I think I need to.
I heard that
I
they're
need to
extremely good.
Apparently so. Apparently they're great for everything. So I need to get onto that.
I don't like the cold.
Well, I don't like it either, but I mean, I'd put up with it. I'm the kind of person that I'd try it, just even though I think, oh, I'd probably hate it or it'd hurt or whatever. I'd try it once.
Maybe it's one of those things where, like training, maybe it's just a lot of pain, but afterwards you go, yes.
But that's it, you know. I mean, I just don't know that I'd stop boxing training after this, to be honest.
Really?
I've become really addicted to it.
You know,
Yeah.
and the funny bit is, like, if, for example, if we did box, I know I'm a bit older than you, but if we did box, we'd be like in the seniors.
Yeah, I know.
When the hell did that happen?
funny.
When did I
don't
become a
know.
senior?
I don't know. It's just because we're not seniors. We're just big kids.
We're seniors.
We're seniors.
We are seniors.
Yeah, I know.
So, because quite a few of the people keep boxing afterwards.
Yeah, it's addictive. It's addictive. It's a feeling that I don't think I have got from any other sport that I've ever done. And even being on stage, like that's adrenaline, being on stage in front of so many people. It's huge, but
Maybe that's something. Maybe that's why I suppose so many, I guess, men and women, but men, say over the age of 35, if they do come into any, mental health problems, it's because we've lost the ability to have that enthusiasm, to have that adrenaline. Because all growing up, we all play sport. We've all had it through our teens and 20s. And then suddenly we don't have it anymore.
Yeah, and you kind of lose it. And I think if you do something like PCR, it just gives you that purpose again, or that motivation. It's a goal. But boxing itself, you can keep bettering yourself. You can keep bettering your fitness. There's no end to it, if that makes sense.
No, and you can box if you want to, and you don't have to. Yeah, and
you don't have to. Or you can, do a fight if you want to, but you don't have to. You can spar if you want to, but you don't have to. There's, a lot of different elements to boxing, I think. Yeah, that people don't realise. And it is a mental thing. It's something you can't explain until you've done it. So if you haven't done it,
haven't done it.
You should try it, Brad. Really?
Sparring.
It's like...
There's not that many looks for me to lose here anymore, Jade. What happens if someone? What happens if someone messes up this pretty face?
No one's going to do that. No.
I'm just trying to think who I haven't aggravated down there. I've said something to every single person to get them offside at some point. So
I don't know if you've done that to me though. I don't know if you've ever got me offside.
No, you'd throw in a body shot. I can tell, and you would put me down.
Probably would. Yeah.
That's why I'm not doing it. Is there anything about the night that you're concerned about?
Not really. No.
You know it inside out.
I know it inside out. That's the thing. So, yeah, I do know it inside out.
There'd be no surprises.
I don't think there'll be any surprises. Really? But then who knows? I mean, it's the other side of the fence for me, so it's going to be a bit different. But I just have... Once I made the decision, I don't know, just something snapped and I was like, I'm not scared. I'm just excited. I'm just really excited. And I just feel like, there'll be a lot of noise around me. I know that. But I just feel like, I'll just be able to block it out and do what I have to do. And that's win my fight.
There's less than 40 days.
I know. It's insane. It's gone so fast.
It goes like a third of the way through.
Yeah.
As soon as you break into the teams, that gets even quicker.
Which I don't know if it's the end of this week or... Yeah.
I don't know.
Next week? Yeah.
It's coming up soon.
We're at week 6.
Maybe they split you in the teams and they give your opponents the following week, maybe.
I think so, yeah. There'll be the matchups.
Okay. Something I always get excited about. I do know the answer to this.
Okay.
I just want to hear you say it.
Okay.
Nickname. Hit me.
Oh, my fight name?
Fight name, not nickname, fight name. What is it?
Hot Tabasco.
So you got to say the whole...
Jade, Hot Tabasco, Armanasco.
Where did that come from?
Who do you think? I give you just one guess.
I know.
Yeah.
$6 million man.
He is amazing.
Did he just say he came up with it just then and there?
So
he's had this in the back pocket for years, I guarantee.
No, I don't think so, because I did ask him, because I always knew that I was going to ask him, because he's just so quick with everything like that. So I did ask him, and he came up with another name, and I'm like, oh, that's a hard no. So I thought, right, I'm just going to let you sit on that for a few weeks. And then I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago, I said to him, Ramel Luistro from Luistro Combat Academy, he is also really good at things like this. And Glenn and Ramel, they're good mates. And one of my best friends, Jasmine, from Addict Sports, she is the manager for 2 of Ramel's champion MMA fighters that Gob! Smacked! 'd also sponsor. But Jasmine, I just went to her and I said, I just want to know, like, what do you think? Because I always knew that I was going to ask him, because he's just so quick with everything like that. So I thought, right, I'm just going to let you sit on that for a few weeks. And then I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago, I said to him, well, what do you think about a fight name? And she's like, well, Glenn and Ramel, just ask them both. So I did a quick group chat. Jasmine was with me. And I said to them both, quick, what's my fight name going to be? And Glenn just fired back within 2 seconds, Hot Tabasco. And poor Ramel didn't even get a look in.
Didn't get a chance.
Normally he would, but he just fired that back. And
Perfect.
Jasmine and I were like, that's it.
Perfect.
That's it. Yeah. So he hit the nail with that one.
I'm normally a little critical of fight names, as you probably tell.
I can be as well, because some
But
of them...
that one's great.
But
can't be.
yeah,
I can't
and
fault it.
I've had so many comments already just from so many random people going, that is the best fight name.
Oh, it is.
And I'm like, it's what the $6 million man does. The G of stars.
We've kept him around for something.
He's
This
the
is
best.
why.
Yeah, yeah.
And your walkout music. Let's get this
My
bad boy.
walkout music.
This will be
okay.
good. Hit me.
Well, there's going to be a bit of a mix. So I've got 2 combined walkout songs.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one is for the shenanigans that goes on prior.
Yeah,
So we'll go the second one.
All right,
When
the
those
second
curtains
one-
open, what am I
The
hearing?
second one I think will be Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red.
I could see, honestly, I could see this. Hang on. Jesus.
Yeah.
You're coming out to this.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait for it.
Let's go. It is you.
It is me.
So much swearing and music today.
I know. We can probably cut that out. Oh, look, there are a couple of other choices. I also am a little bit of a underground bogan, and I do love Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart.
Oh, nice.
So it could also be that.
Because I was going to say, you just at the end of the 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm a child of the 80s, really. So...
Your music tastes normally kick in, you know?
Yeah, probably
10 or 11.
Yeah, that's it. So I did think I was going to marry Axl Rose for a very long time. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Axl Rose.
yeah,
Jesus. That's something. You seen him lately?
yeah. I went to the concert last year.
What's
I
that?
was like, yeah, I'm not going to marry Axl Rose, but hey, Slash, he can still pull a crowd. They're actually still amazing, the Gunners.
How did you find Axl Rose's voice? I think he sounds more like, that old guy, Herman off Family Guy.
Yeah, a little bit of Herman from the Family Guy. Yeah, no, they were quite good. They were better than what I thought they would be. Yeah,
They're getting on.
They're getting on. But like Slash and his guitar skills, I mean,
Still good.
November Rain, eat your heart out.
What a classic.
Eat
That's a
your
hit.
heart out. I'm showing my age now, so I should shut up. But yeah,
Is there anything sadder than watching a musician age? I find
I know,
so
'cause
hard.
They age quite quickly, but they've had hard lives.
But
They've been awake for about 20 years
I do find that
in a row.
how do they do that?
I don't know, but they've got a lot of money. So.
I saw Liam Gallagher on a video the other day, from Oasis.
Yeah,
And it just breaks my heart.
I know.
Because I still see him as that that guy that struts out, with the tambourine and the long jacket.
Yeah.
And he just looked,
Yeah.
what do you do?
I just think they've got so much money, so they don't really care anymore, do they? And then they're from a different generation.
Yeah, but still, I really don't have much say in what they do with their lives, but I do find it hard. I think musicians age more than anyone.
I just think they've just had, and I mean, traveling as much as they do, that's hard on you. Like, it's hard on your skin, basically. Flight attendants age really quickly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about flight attendants, then I won't.
I think you should.
No,
Just
I
say
don't
it.
think. I'm not. I don't fly well.
Oh, really?
Real bad.
Wow.
Like real bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like I'm an 11.
Wow. wow. Okay.
The flight that I went on the other week in November, first time I've been on a flight since 2008.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't fly well.
With drugs or?
I tried. I did get some legal stuff from my doctor, and it didn't work. I just was very paranoid the whole time.
Yeah.
And I sat there in my seat, and we did the direct flight to London, which was a good option.
Yeah.
Maybe not first off the bat, but it was all right. And I sat in my seat, and you know how you can, on the TV, you can select the map of the world in the plane, and I just watched that plane for 17 hours.
Gosh, you've got a problem.
I do, but I got there.
Yeah.
And I had a good time.
That's good. And you didn't want to leave.
I thought
What would we do without you?
I don't know.
I can't imagine. So please don't do that.
What without me?
Yeah.
Just giving everyone a hard time.
Yeah. We'd miss it.
The quality commentary.
It is quality.
It's different.
You pull the best out of people.
Thanks. I appreciate the good words you said there. Once it's all over in approximately 40 days from now.
Yeah.
There's a big come down that happens afterwards.
There is and there will be, and I'm aware of it.
You are aware?
I am very aware of it. Yeah, because I've had a lot of previous fighters discuss it with me. They just find that they become a bit lost.
It's a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think being having danced for so many years, I identify with that, because when you're training for a concert or a performance, and then the performance happens and it's over, you're kind of like, now what? Like, yeah. And there is a come down, and people don't realise. And it will be the same with PCR, because there's so much hype surrounding it. There's so much build up. You train so hard. It's a mental thing. It's all mental. It is all mental. And you have to be prepared for the fact that once the fight's over and the night's over, you're going to wake up the next day and it's over.
Probably hungover.
Probably, yeah.
Which is even worse, because you got the post-drinking blues.
That's it. So I think, it's probably something people need to be aware of, and I think you do need to have a plan going forward. Mine's probably going to be to sleep for about 6
weeks
or 6 weeks. Yeah. I'm kind of glad it's April and it will be winter and I'll be able to hibernate.
We'll be getting a bit cooler.
Yeah,
what's it like training in this heat?
I literally feel like I go to the gym and I've just stood under a shower and then walked out.
So sweaty.
It's so sweaty. Yeah, it's just, but it's full on. It's hard to breathe.
It's good though, because you don't have the same kind of cold and flus and everything that's flying around.
So I feel like, touch wood, that there hasn't been any of that.
Nothing's really gone through yet, has it?
Not really. So hopefully it doesn't.
No.
Because that could knock you for a couple of days, and
you know what a couple of days could do to the progress.
Exactly. Yeah, because as much as you're doing the PCR training days, you have to be training outside of that. You have to be.
To get that cardio up.
Just to get your fitness up, to get your cardio up. It's huge. So you need to be, as fit as you can, as fast as possible. Yeah.
There have to be some regret in round 3 with people going, really should have done a bit more of that cardio.
I know. But I just think on the night, you can't have regrets, because whoever gets to that night, wow. Like, I'm just in awe of anyone who's done it, regardless of whether they've won, lost, whatever. And especially now, since I'm in the middle of the training, it's full on. It's full on.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a massive achievement.
It's massive. And anyone who has competed in PCR, they should just be so proud of themselves regardless. So, yes, there could be regret, but really, to have got to the actual fight and to have finished the 3 rounds, wow, that's just like you've already won. So I've seen it.
And in front of that kind of crowd.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of amateur boxers that would kill to be able to fight in front of that many people.
I had this discussion the other night,
the
other day with somebody, just about you know, what an amazing event that PCR is, and it's huge, and it's this experience, and it's like you've got, you know, you're wearing black tie, and it's at the Crown Ballroom, and it's glitz and glamour, and then you've got the boxing element. Amateur fight nights are not like that at all, so it's a completely different experience. An amateur fighter who goes into, say, an event like the Golden Gloves, they have trained their butts off, just like PCR fighters have. Yes, it's a different training timeline, I'm sure, but you're never going to get that experience again.
No.
Anywhere. So the way that PCR have choreographed this entire event, you will never get that anywhere. Even other fight nights that think they might compare themselves.
Just don't know that one.
Completely different. Yeah.
And it also brings a respect to some of the guys that do things like the Golden Gloves.
Oh my gosh. Like, yeah.
They work that hard.
It's their life. It's their life. Like, they live and breathe it. They are pure athletes.
To fight in a gym in front of, 50 people.
It's still just as intense.
Yeah, would be.
It would be just as intense. So, but the actual, to be fighting in front of, 1,000 people plus, it's overwhelming. And if you haven't been in front of crowds like that before, I think you'd find it really overwhelming. So, yeah.
It's that bit where you come in on the day, like where you come in about midday, and you see the tables and you go, oh, geez, this is real here.
Yeah. But I do think that having performed on stage in front of lots of people, with my dancing career, something does click in you where you actually walk out and you kind of subconsciously block it all out, and you just you're blocking out everyone looking at you and yelling at you. That's the experience I've had. Even when I get into a ring and I'm presenting a belt, sometimes I find that overwhelming. But there's something.
No,
I do.
I got it only because I laugh because I've done it once.
Yeah.
And Glenn asked me to, and it was an honour to get in there. I presented the belt to Steph Little when she went over Sarah Cook, and Glenn asked me, and I was like nervous getting in the ring, and I completely forgot. And then CJ just yelled at me.
Yeah.
Brad, get in the ring. I was like, okay. My concern was, let's just say that the pants I was wearing they weren't tight, but I had very little room to grow. And I was absolutely terrified getting in the ring in case, and I tell you, I don't know who did the stitching in those pants, but they should be complimented because I tested the stitching that day.
Yeah.
I was millimetres away from just tearing those pants off. Anyway, that's my story.
Oh, well, I've got a few more than that, trust me.
Because you got to get in high heels and everything.
Yes, and dresses, and you've got to,
Sometimes you've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah. So I do apologise to anyone where, I think I've actually had to apologise to Chiari once. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry, Chiari, because he's like, hold the ropes down, and I've tried to step over as ladylike as possible. A Prosecco bottle deep. And, So, it's once you get in the ring and once you step into the ring, I mean, it's very overwhelming, but you can subconsciously shut everything out. And I think that sometimes overtakes, and it does happen, so you're not going to get distracted by... Maybe. But then, it
just must be daunting.
It's just, and the lights are very hot. I think people are not
It's warm, isn't it?
People are not prepared for how hot those lights are when you're in the middle of the ring. But I guess training in this heat recently, the last few weeks, we'll all be very prepared. We'll be fine. It's like a sauna in the middle of the ring. It
does get. I know. Well, it's hot on the sidelines where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I don't. You just can't replicate it.
No, you can't. It's It's just one of those amazing things that you'll probably never do again unless you do it twice. So
I think there's a newfound respect that I have for fighters, whether it be boxing or Muay Thai or MMA or anything, what they've had to go through to get onto a decent-sized stage.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Like, that's their life. Training is their life. Their training, their diet, they are literally sleep, eat, train, repeat. So, and we're only living a tiny sort of proportion of that. These people do it, 365 days a year.
And try to hold down a job.
Yep, that's it. Because nearly every single person that gets in the ring, whichever ring it might be, they all have a full-time job. So, yeah. Yep.
It's madness. Absolute madness.
It is.
So a lot of my questions were to people who are coming in this for the first time, where you have got just years of experience with this.
I guess so. So it is a little bit of an advantage, but it's also, well, I don't know if it's a disadvantage, but yeah, I know.
You know what you're in for.
I know what I'm in for, but I don't know what I'm in for. I think the training has been way more intense than I imagined. Yeah. But not in a bad way. But I just think...
as soon as you're in teams, it is going to go through the roof.
That's it.
Because a lot more one-on-one.
Yeah, that's right. So it's going to get harder before it gets easier. Yeah.
Two very different types of fighting styles as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like Glenn seems to have all the loose cannons.
Thanks, Brad.
No. In the sense of you have a look that not one's better than the other, but they're different.
Yeah.
Like I often will see the blue team being the aggressor in the fighter.
Yeah.
In the fight.
Yeah.
And it always, because you've seen Glenn. Have you seen him on the sidelines?
Yeah, he's one of my best mates. I know.
I sit on the sideline, look at him sometimes. I'm like, Jesus, calm down.
He's very passionate.
He does. He loves to win.
That's it. Exactly.
Can you believe they got up by that much last time?
I know.
It was 7-0.
It was a big win.
Nigel's going to come back hard.
Oh, look, I've got every faith in Nigel. He is like...
He's a good man, Nigel.
He's a powerhouse.
He
is a powerhouse. Just in every aspect. And he's so dedicated. He's just so dedicated. Like, he is, yeah.
And Craig's spot on.
Craig. He's amazing. They're just, yeah.
I went to school with him.
I know. He told me.
And primary
school.
I know. He's always been the same.
Yeah.
He looks like Agent 43 from
the
Hitman.
Best, yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. One of the best things PCR could have done is, having their home as counterbalance fitness.
Jade, hot Tabasco, Armanasco. How good was that pronunciation of the name?
That's it. Perfect.
I've kicked over 2 hours. It's been great. It's long overdue you coming in
I
here.
know.
It has been so long. We've kept it very professional today as well. That is so unlike us.
I know, because, there's just so many places we could go.
Maybe come in after the event as well.
Will.
And then that way we'll just get loose.
Yeah, that's it.
Just get into everyone.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for spending your Monday afternoon with me.
Thank you, Matt.
I want to wish you all the best for the last 40 days.
Thank you so much.
Between now and then. I'm sure I'll see you down at training. And looking forward to the night, wherever you are fighting on the night. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute spectacle. Your walkout is going to be one for the ages.
I think so.
We'll see if we can extend the time so we can fit all of that in.
Thank you.
But thanks for coming in, mate, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Brad. Thank you.